All right, it is Microsoft Flight Sim Mondays, and we are in the 150, 152. I forgot what it is already. The small one. It's one of the two. Um, we are in Lubbock, Texas, at small airfield. They call it executive, or at least that's what it is on the VFR maps. Just south of town. It's actually in between two dirt tracks, it looks like. So we're going to take off, look at those, head up into town, and not sure where actually wanting to go. Just going to fly around, look at it, obviously check out Texas Tech, and kind of see what's all around here. Not an area I really know, but it looks flat, so not a whole lot different than Nebraska at the moment. Let's go ahead and get in the air after we take the parking brake off. Maybe a bit of wind off to our right. Thing is really pulling to the left. Alright, up in the air. So, off to our right, looking at the maps, right there, got a dirt track, and you can actually kind of see some banking, or at least what looks like banking. Unfortunately, all the stands are turned into buildings. That is the first track. Doubt that tree is on the inside of turn 2. And then, just on the other side of the airport, it's very strange that there's two tracks this close. Not sure what the deal is with it. Fly over the airport. We've got this, I think it might be a little go-kart track. This isn't even the track that I'm talking about. Right in front of us, it looks like just a dirt kart track or something. Just out here in the field. It wasn't really labeled as anything, and maybe it's just nothing. Then, I don't know if this is like a horse track or what is going on here. Very weird turns, but it's definitely something. And then, we've got what looks like to be the best upkept track. And that is another dirt track right here. All of them fairly small though. Don't look much bigger than like 3/8, if that. But unfortunately, the stands are all turned into buildings. That looks like a fairly decent track though. Just notice elevation data here. It looks like they've actually got whatever's dug out over here. It looks like it does go down into the world, so that's pretty good for just a random hole. But yeah, this little thing, I'm assuming it's something to do with horses. Unless someone's wanting to test some dirt cars on some really long, narrow straights. But we're going to head up into town, and fortunately, yeah, that's definitely horses. See the little carousel things down there. So, just in a few blocks, we are going to be in photogrammetry, and all of town will look like it's supposed to. So this is down south of Lubbock. A lot of area built up, but as you can see, just flat for days. Flaps up. Throttle up. this thing trimmed out, and then we'll hop outside. Maybe should have got something with autopilot, but we'll be fine. So, into the photogrammetry. Everything off to the left is how it should be. Real buildings. Just off to the right, it stops, but then it'll fire up on the other side of this highway. Got a big old Texas high school stadium. Massive stands right there for a high school. I assume it's a high school. I don't actually see a school around it, though. Really nice looking town, though. Looks like they got a decent highway system. Lots of roads, lots of highways for as small as it is. Always a plus, though, unlike Lincoln, Nebraska, which is just tiny roads all throughout town. Alright, let's go check out what the hell this is. I can't figure out what these buildings are right now. That's some grain silos over there, but these things... Is it silos? I don't understand what the triangle bits are. And then those are just like random walls. Maybe something to do. I don't know. Those are just random big ass walls, and I have no idea what is going on there. Someone wants to explain what the hell's going on here, please do. I've never seen any structures like that before. Like, these I could see like pyramid-looking grain silos, but that was some strange stuff. Lots of warehouses down here. And looks like we're getting close to downtown. Looks like brick roads, maybe? Kind of a small downtown, pretty much like Lincoln. Maybe a few less big buildings. Got a little diamond building there. So I assume this is the downtown, and then over to the left is the college. I don't know if those are brick or just a red colored clay or something they used in the mix. Alright, we'll slow this thing down a bit. Head towards the stadium without crashing into the stadium. So here's the college. It's an open area right around it. And practice fields, the Red Raiders Stadium. Baseball, maybe basketball, track and field. Nice looking university. guessing maybe this is something hospital, university, medical area. Once they get helicopters, be able to land on these buildings. Kind of a lot of open area, though, around here. Let's check out this big building over here. It just looks like maybe offices. That's probably a hospital. Oh no, maybe it's... No idea. I don't see any landing on top. And golf course over here. It's just crazy that you can see the sand traps and the elevation in that. This game just blows me away sometimes when it works the right way. Alright, let's head over to the airport. The international airport over here. Kind of running out of photogrammetry to the north. It looks like up by the airport it's gonna have some around there. I've only seen that one football stadium, so I don't know if it's something where they share the same stadium throughout town. I'd assume they have more than one high school. But we also kind of didn't head over to the west that far. We've only really been up the highways. Big grain silos over here. Not going to land at the airport, we're just going to do a bit of a flyover, but usually photogrammetry around airports is all removed, which I don't know why they do that, but they do. Two big runways, a massive tower, if that's actually there and not AI. We'll do a quick little circle around here and then head over to the west side of town. Fairly decent sized terminal over here, but it's all AI in it. You can tell just by the lack of any design. Hop outside. So yeah, you can tell like that building there is photogrammetry, but then you get into these really plain, boring looking buildings that look a bit too tall for what they are. And they're a little too clean and crisp. Photogrammetry is always a bit funky. Little tiny runway over here, that's interesting for GA. Looks like it has very little other than crossing over this big runway. Hardly even noticed that thing. Alright. head back towards the college. I'll fly this way just to try to get the east bit of town in on our flight, but water treatment plant, it looks like, over there. Looks like a junkyard. Yeah, I mean, this looks like Nebraska. Just a whole lot of flat. Now I know it kind of dips down into some valleys off that way. We got a little football stadium over here. It's pretty much all I see is football stadiums. I just look for stadiums of any type. Little school down here. Matadors. It's just a park. It looks like there's a golf course in that. Let's hop down highway level and blast past the stadium, see what it kind of looks like from this highway, since it's right next to it. Got a truck stop right down here. You'll see things kind of start looking worse once you get a little close to, like, the trees kind of blend straight down because it's trying to take 2D photos and make 3D objects out of them, so. Gas station, some empty lots, a Walmart, and then you can see overpasses, walkways, get a little bit funky once you're this low too. Almost read some billboards. That stadium though is just right by the highway. All right, well, let's head over to the western part of town and then take it back and land where we started. It's really neat though to just go explore a town that I will probably never go to. Like, I do one day when I maybe have money. Hey, there's a football. No, that's a soccer stadium. Let's go see whose soccer stadium that is. It could just be a community. Stands looked fairly big, though. Any info? Eh, nothing. Not too bad of a stadium, though. Can't remember if there's a USL team down here or not. Alright, so photogrammetry ends there, so let's just head down this road. Let's see what we can find. Another high school football stadium over there, a little bit smaller. I feel like that big one has to be like a community stadium. A little bit of commercial area over here, it looks like. Another Walmart, probably. Unfortunately, though, not all the town over here is photogrammetry, so you can see where it all changes. And that's a mall, not a Walmart. And we'll just follow this highway back. I believe that's going to take us over to that stadium. Very hard for me to fly on this outside view. Not what I wanted. Alright, let's go find this tiny airport that we took off from. Look for the racetracks. Another park. Some random ponds in the middle of town. I hate the Texas highways with their exit ramps going onto a side road. I had never, until I went down to the F1 race in Austin, I had never seen anything like that. And so I, of course, stopped because there was a car coming, not knowing that they had to yield. So, of course, looked like a complete idiot, not knowing what to do. Alright, let's go find the airport and let's go back past massive place. I think that's the airport over there. And you know what? I don't think there's a whole lot of wind. I think it's just a crosswind whichever way, so we're just gonna land the other way that we took off from. Start slowing her down. See a racetrack over there. Lead off some speed. One click of flaps. Another click of flaps. A little bit too high at the moment. The runway is like Is that a road right there at the end? It's got to be to get to the track. This place is, feels like a private field. That road is, like, right off the edge of the runway. Little steep on the approach to it, but really rough landing. And then these are all AI generated buildings. I doubt there is something that tall next to it. Right next to the taxiway. I don't even think you could taxi properly next to that building, but we're just gonna drive on down here to a hangar. Looks like they've got me going over there, so we'll do that. There you go, though. Nice little short flight around a town that I've never seen before. It was just a request, and kind of how I'm doing these things. So, if you want to see something, let me know, and if I find it interesting enough, then I will go check it out. So, hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.